Well, a very good afternoon to you from a snowy Lennoxtown just north of Glasgow. We have finally got our snow. It's somewhat of a winter wonderland. After a bare week, we have lived in somewhat of a snow hole over the past week. While the majority of the UK has been covered in snow, it's also been fighting blizzard conditions and tough times over the past 7 to 10 days. Here in the western central belt, we've certainly not seen anything quite like what the majority of the country has seen. But yet another front is pushing through. It's going to be bringing widespread problems today across particularly central and eastern areas. Going to see further 2 to 4 inches of snow on top of already 6 inches in the ground across many areas. But certainly the cold is no longer going to be lasting. We're going to be seeing much milder air pushing in on the back end of this frontal zone that's responsible for the snow, and it's also going to cause many problems across Western Europe as well. If you're flying out of Paris, Brussels, Amsterdam, Copenhagen, Berlin, you're going to be seeing more travel disruption over the next few days after this front pushes across the North Sea. But as the western half of the continent endures yet more snow, maybe even blizzard conditions, very nasty travel conditions on the roads, we're going to be seeing big changes taking place over the UK through the weekend and into early next week. Heavy rain, strong southwesterly winds is going to bring much milder air back into the UK, but that comes at a high price. We're going to be seeing more flooding. We're going to see major ice problems as well, because that thawing snow and of course the heavy rain is going to freeze on the ground, that sub-freezing ground. Bear in mind that many parts has barely got above freezing over the past 7 to 10 days as well. So that comes at a cost. We also may see some pretty nasty fog as well, because of the warm air riding over top of the cold ground. That can cause problems in itself as well. But as we progress through the next 5 to 7 days, we're going to be seeing much milder conditions. Temperatures back into the 7 to 12 Celsius range. Going to see more wind, rain. The Atlantic pattern will be back in control once again. But certainly Western Europe, the mainland, looks as if it's going to remain wintry over the next several days. Going to see the snow remain on the ground across anywhere from northeastern France through Belgium, the Netherlands, Germany. Winter is not done with you just yet. But certainly it's going to be big changes, going to be welcome changes, I'm sure, for many people who have had to travel to work day in, day out. But certainly, if you like this sort of thing, make the most of it. Will February bring more cold and snow? That remains to be seen. I'm going to have a post on that later on this afternoon, hopefully. But certainly what's interesting, folks, is this is the third winter out of 4 that the UK has seen the majority of its landmass covered by snow. And of course, for the continent of Europe, anywhere from the Netherlands all the way to Russia, this has been the 4th year in a row where severe winter weather has dominated. And of course, we don't want to forget the cold spell that we've seen in the early part of December. It's been a tough time living in Europe over the past 5 years or so. And memories of the warm winter of 2007-2008, well, that's long gone. Hope you have a good day wherever you are. Stay safe out there, and bye for now.